It may appear like there are many life-threatening risks on Earth. Not to be forgotten, however, is the possibility that a boulder flying at 20,000 miles per hour could drop out of the clear sky above, crash through your roof, and hit you square in the head. Below is a list of recent meteorites that have struck people and injured them, damaged their cars, or both. Peekskill explosion. On October 9, 1992, a massive fireball erupted in the evening sky and traveled across the East Coast. The meteorite got its name when pieces of it struck the ground in Peekskill, New York, after first being visible in West Virginia. One of the pieces hit an automobile. The Peekskill meteorite was witnessed by thousands of people and recorded on camera from at least 16 different angles due to the shallow angle at which it fell in relation to the Earth. It burnt through the atmosphere at a slant for a full 40 seconds. Scientists have used the footage to examine meteor paths in the atmosphere. Karankas's effect. A 50-foot wide crater was left after a meteorite struck Earth on September 15, 2007, not far from the Peruvian community of Karankas. Upon arriving to conduct an investigation, local authorities discovered seething boiling water at the bottom of the pit. The scientists immediately became ill as repulsive, poisonous vapors surged out of it. About 200 villagers began to experience nausea, headaches, and vomiting in the days following the impact due to a strange sickness. The Peru Mining Metallurgy and Geological Institute's examinations on the impact site later revealed that the people had most likely experienced moderate arsenic poisoning. According to the scientists, the meteorite's heated surface collided with a subterranean water source contaminated with the toxic element, releasing gaseous arsenic. The Hodges meteorite. On November 30, 1954, a fireball blazed across the sky of Alabama. It caused a sonic boom in Montgomery that nearly knocked a youngster off his bicycle and television interference up to 70 miles away from the point of landing. The space rock tore into the atmosphere, splitting into three main parts. The largest of those fragments, a grapefruit-sized boulder, unexpectedly crashed through Elizabeth Hodges' roof as she dozed off on the couch in the living room of her home in Oak Grove close to Sylacauga, Alabama. She was struck in the hip as a result of it rebounding from her console radio. Clearly wounded, but still able to move around. As soon as possible, a chopper from the U.S. Air Force was dispatched to Oak Grove to retrieve the meteorite. An analysis revealed that it was made of the ferrous rock chondrite. The meteor shower in Sikhotalin. In eastern Siberia in 1947, around 200,000 pounds of very pure iron dropped from the sky. The meteorite known as Sikhotalin, named for the mountains where it crashed, reached the atmosphere at an astounding 8.7 miles per second, or more than 31,000 miles per hour. It streaked downhill and appeared brighter than the sun. It could be seen up to 190 miles away. After the hit, a smoke trail lingered for several hours, and iron pieces were driven into trees for many years. Chicora. On June 24, 1938, a meteoroid above Chicora, Pennsylvania, burst as it reached the atmosphere. The initial mass of the rock, before it split up, was estimated by scientists to have been greater than 450 tons based on the size of the explosion. Nevertheless, only a few fragments of the meteorite have ever been discovered kilometers from where it's believed the main mass, which is still missing, landed. One descending splinter from the Chicora meteorite was said to have hit and damaged a cow in several sources, while other accounts claim the poor animal was killed. On the morning of June 30, 1908, above the Podkamenia Tunguska River in Russia, the largest and most puzzling impact event ever witnessed occurred. It is thought that a big meteoroid or comet collided with the atmosphere 3 to 6 miles above the Earth's surface, causing the Tunguska explosion, which was 1,000 times more powerful than the atomic bomb the U.S. unleashed on Hiroshima during World War II. The explosion's impact threw individuals hundreds of kilometers distant off their feet and destroyed 80 million trees throughout an area of land that covered 830 square miles. The United States Smithsonian Astrophysical Observatory noticed a decrease in air transparency for several months after the Tunguska explosion because of suspended dust. The magnitude of the Tunguska disaster captured the attention of many people. According to some theories, it was brought on by an alien spaceship crashing. Some claim that it occurred when a black hole traveled through Earth, while others assert that it was caused by the annihilation of a piece of extraterrestrial antimatter when it collided with the atmosphere. The mineral fragments that were left over from the explosion are not explained by any of those explanations, though. On February 15, 2013, a superbolide known as the Chelyabinsk meteor entered Earth's atmosphere over Russia's southern Ural region. It was triggered by a 42,690 miles per hour near-Earth asteroid that was around 66 feet tall and hit the atmosphere at a shallow 18.3-degree angle. Up to 62 miles away, the meteor's brilliance, which was temporarily brighter than the sun, could be seen. It was noted across a substantial portion of the territory and in neighboring republics. The fireball's extreme heat was also felt by some witnesses. Some 1,500 people were injured seriously enough to require medical attention as a result of its explosion, which caused fear among the locals. The shock wave that occurred minutes after the superbolide's flare caused broken glass from windows to be blown in, which is what caused all of the injuries rather than the meteor itself. The explosion's shock wave destroyed 7,200 buildings in 6 cities throughout the region, and authorities rushed to assist in their rehabilitation in the below-freezing weather. It is the largest known natural object to have entered Earth's atmosphere since the 1908 Tunguska catastrophe, which destroyed a vast, remote, forested, and poorly populated area of Siberia, with an estimated initial mass of roughly 12,000 tons and measured about 66 feet in diameter. The only meteor that has been proven to have caused numerous injuries is the one that hit Chelyabinsk.